Welcome back, my fellow game developers. In this video we've created money. So let's get started. When I run the game, you can see that I have 0 bitcoins. If I hit the G key, I have 20, 40, 60, and then I can also remove them from my inventory. It's nothing very special. There's nothing too cool in this video except for the really nice looking symbol right here of the game manager. So let's not waste any more time and let's get to creating money. Okay, so now we have enemies, now we have weapons, everything is set. It's time for some money. We need to make some money. So, and I believe in the last video I told you that we're going to be creating menus. Sorry for that. Honestly, I don't actually remember what we have. I just go from one video to the next. Obviously, all the time I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I know where we are heading. But anyways, let's continue on. We have the level manager, and this is where we want to keep track of the money that we have. So first of all, we're going to create a variable in here, which is going to be a serialized field, and it's going to be an int of the current coins. Okay, so here is where we will have our current coins, and now it's your job to create two methods to get and spend the bitcoins. So you'll create two methods, one that adds, I should change this, you know what, let me change, or no, later on we'll change this to bitcoins. So create two methods, one that adds bitcoins, one that removes the bitcoins. Then each should take in a parameter for the amount. Make sure that we never have negative amounts of money, because that's very bad. So with that out of the way, pause the video right now and go do the challenge. Okay, welcome back. So instead of current coins, I'm going to call this the current bitcoins. And if you don't like Bitcoin, well, you should try it out. Anyways, I'm not trying to put anything in your head. Let's continue on. Let's focus on the main thing. Now, something in here that you might want to consider. So it's great. We have level manager, which takes care of the whole level, but when it comes to the amount of money that we carry with us, I think it's better to have it in something called a game manager. That's just for the future. It's no problem. You can create it in level manager. It does the functionality, but level manager seems like it just handles the current level that we're on. When it comes to the money that we hold, it should be around the entire game. So as soon as you start the game, every single level you collect more coins, you go to the next level, you then add to that. So level manager is a bit of a weird one. I don't know, maybe we should move it to a game manager. You know what, let's move it to a game manager. I've convinced myself. So in here I'm going to right click, create an empty game manager, hit enter. We'll reset the position, and in here in the managers we're going to create a C# for script for the game manager, hit enter. And this is exactly why I wanted to create a game manager, just to show you this weird symbol. For some reason no other script changes except for this one. This one has this weird knob on it. I don't know why, don't ask me why, I'm still not sure. But anyways, now the game manager has the game manager script, and as long as we're here, we have the level manager, we have the game manager, we also have the audio manager. There we go, the audio manager. So I'm going to right click, create an empty, the managers, hit enter. I'm going to reset its position, set the game manager, level manager, and the, where is it? Audio manager. There we go. So now we have a list of all the managers, and in the prefabs, let's prefab the level and the game manager. So do we have where is the audio manager saved? I think he is in the prefabs. Where is he? Okay, so audio manager, he's all by himself. Folder, managers, audio manager, level manager, and the game manager. Okay, with that out of the way, let's open up the script again. Where is the level manager? We are going to take the bitcoins from here and move them to the game manager. And then we are going to go ahead and create two methods in here. I'll keep the start and update. I have a feeling that we might use them later on. So in here, first of all, the public void, obviously it has to be public because we are going to be calling it from different scripts. So public void get bitcoins, and in here the int amount to get. So we open up the brackets or squiggly lines or whatever, and the current bitcoins plus equals the amount to get. And if you want, we can set it to 21 million, but let's keep it as infinite. We can get as many as we want. And then we are going to create the public void spend coins, bitcoins. And this one is going to be an integer of amount to spend. And in here we are going to get the current coins, get the current coins, remove from them the amount to spend. And finally we are going to check if the current coins are less than or equal to 0, then the current coins will be set to 0. Save that, and now let's just create a small test in here. So if input dot get key down key code g, so key code.g, so I mean get. If get, then get bitcoins, and let's say we get 25 or 20. Then if the same in here, but instead of g we use the h spend bitcoins. And how many do we spend? Let's say 10. So we get 20, we spend 10, and finally let's create a debug. Oh, so we forgot this. Debug. I have current bitcoins plus equals bitcoins, and obviously we'll be setting all of this in the UI, but for now we save, we go into our game. I think everything is good, so we set everything up. The current coins are always going to start at 0, so we start the game. There we go. I have 0 bitcoins, so I'm going to get, there you go, and then I'm going to spend, and as you can see, we cannot go less than 10 whenever I try to spend 10, because I only have 10, and this is something that we will need to keep in mind. If it's less than or equal, if we set it to less than or equal, then it sets to 0. Actually, I think that's a good idea. So now we can actually spend what we have. The problem in here is that, okay, sorry, this is how we set the less than or equal. So there is something that we will need to keep in mind, and that whenever we are spending, we actually need to have these coins with us. But this is something I believe will be handled later on by the shop script. So in here, let's see, I spend. Okay, that's still not working. Hey, welcome back. So it was totally something very simple. When we have the collapse right here, you can see that we start off at 0, 20, 40, and etc. But when I start spending, when I get to 0, it's already here, so it doesn't show up in the messages. I can show you if we remove the collapse. So every single line is, don't maximize on play, please. If I click in here, so now you can see that when I hit the G 120, sell, there we go, everything is working. So it wasn't because of the less than or equal, it was actually our inability to see it. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to commit your changes, and I'll see you in the next video, where we will be actually picking up the bitcoins and not just adding them using magic keys on the keyboard. So see you then.